Tottenham star Eric Lamela has just won the Goal of the Month award for March for his Rabona against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in the North London derby. 2,000 Spurs fans will attend the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium in less than 3 weeks' time. Eric Dier's very interesting interview with the Evening Standard, where he has stated that he wants his ashes scattered at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium when he dies. The 6 players that could give Tottenham £121 million for future signings. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. In today's video, I'll be going through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last 24 hours. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Earlier today, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club put out a statement about the 2021-2022 season ticket renewals update. It states, as restrictions begin to lift and we look ahead to a brighter future beyond the COVID-19 pandemic, the club can now confirm it will open season ticket renewals for the 2021-2022 season on Monday, the 12th of April. If you'd like more information on the Tottenham Hotspur season ticket renewals, do head over to the Tottenham Hotspur website, where you will find an awful lot of information to read. Now, there is also a thank you from Chairman Daniel Levy on there as well, and I'll pick out a bit here to read. We are proud of our passionate and loyal fan base, and we cannot wait to see you back in the stadium where you belong as soon as possible. In the last 24 hours, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club confirmed that Eric Lamela's Rabona has won the March Goal of the Month award. It then goes on to say, was there really any doubt? Eric Lamela, as expected, has won the Goal of the Month award for March with his spectacular Rabona effort in the North London derby. It then goes on to say, also named the Premier League's Goal of the Month and the Argentinian's second Rabona goal in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. Now, Eric Lamela received 69% of the votes. Harry Kane's beauty against Crystal Palace was second with 16%. There is a Premier League 2 fixture update. Now, our under-23s home Premier League 2 fixture at home against Chelsea, scheduled for Friday the 16th of April, has now been rearranged for Sunday the 18th of April. The venue remains at Hotspur Way and kick-off is now at 1 p.m. A report has been published by the Daily Mail, and it states that Tottenham and Manchester City have been allocated 2,000 tickets each for the Carabao Cup final on the 25th of April at Wembley Stadium. But Manchester City supporters will have to use COVID-safe transport in order to attend. Fans of both sides must also show that they are free from coronavirus, presumably via a vaccine certificate, recent negative test or proof of immunity, and may be placed into a bubble outside the ground. Football League Chief Executive Trevor Birch, however, admitted numerous points were still undecided. For example, whether fans could chant or sing, whether they would need to wear face masks, or what COVID-secure transport actually entails. Trevor Birch said COVID-safe transport is being discussed. Unfortunately, I can't go into the details because it is still in train. It's obviously quite a complicated process. There are lots of stakeholders involved in the discussions. Birch then went on to say he imagined fans would be put into bubbles and not permitted to mix inside the stadium. He said all will be revealed in the next week or so in terms of the do's and don'ts. The report from the Daily Mail then goes on to say that the Wembley showpiece, being used as a pilot event to gauge the logistics of the return of big crowds, will be attended by 8,000 supporters, with 4,000 not allocated to either club, offered to NHS staff and residents of nearby Brent. A fascinating report has been published by the Evening Standard. Tottenham's Eric Dier has revealed he wants his ashes to be scattered at the club's stadium. In a Q&A with this week's ES magazine, the Spurs centre-half was asked where he would like to be buried and revealed his loyalty to the club runs beyond the grave. Asked where he would like to be buried in London, Eric Dier said Tottenham Stadium would be nice. Dier then went on to say, I'd have my ashes scattered in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I really don't have any deep connections to London other than Tottenham, so that's as good a place as any. In the fascinating interview with ES Magazine, which is out on Thursday and Friday this week with the Evening Standard, Eric Dier then went on to say and confirm that he was a big tennis fan whilst growing up and a big fan of the royal family in England. He said, growing up, tennis was a big thing in my family and my brothers and I were huge Nadal fans. I would never have gone for tennis over football though. And then he went on to talk about the royal family. He said, I love the Queen and I'm a big fan of the TV series The Crown. An interesting report was published earlier today by the Daily Express, and it states that Tottenham can raise £121 million for new signings by selling 6 players this summer. Tottenham can raise funds for new signings this summer by selling a number of their first team squad. It then goes on to say that Tottenham manager Jose Mourinho will have to raise funds in order to reinvest into the squad this summer. Tottenham's chances of qualifying for next season's Champions League are hanging on by a thread, which could affect their transfer budget. The Daily Express looks at 6 players Spurs could sell to raise £121.5 million, according to the individual values of players on transfermarket.com. The 6 players that they have named with their values, Davinson Sanchez is first on the list, £31.5 million. And then it goes on to say that Davinson Sanchez has started 16 Premier League matches this season, but has not been convincing at the back. Juan Foyth is next on the list, £9 million. Another centre-back who could be on his way out of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, who is spending the season on loan at Villarreal. Third on the list is Tottenham Hotspur right-back Serge Aurier, and the value £18 million. It then goes on to say that Aurier has been a regular right-back this season, ahead of last summer's signing, Matt Doherty. Fourth on the list is Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Harry Winks, and the value £19.8 million. It then goes on to say that Spurs Academy graduate Harry Winks has started just 7 Premier League games this season under Jose Mourinho. His lack of game time has lost him his England place, and he would appear to be best leaving in order to regain regular football at both club and international level. Fifth on the list is Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Dele Alli, and of course former England midfielder now as well, valued at £28.8 million. Dele Alli has suffered even more than Harry Winks this season, starting just twice in the Premier League. It appeared a month or so ago that Dele Alli was getting back into Jose Mourinho's plans, starting the league match against Fulham at Craven Cottage. However, the attacking midfielder who was linked with PSG in January has mostly been restricted to appearances in the Europa League since. And lastly on the list, Tottenham star Eric Lamela, valued at £14.4 million. Eric Lamela is one of Tottenham's longest serving players in the current squad, having joined when Gareth Bale first left in 2013. However, the 29-year-old has not been able to earn a regular starting spot since a long-term hip injury, which kept him out for over a year between 2016 and 2017. It's probably time that Eric Lamela and Spurs parted company. Now, I mentioned this story in yesterday's Tottenham news video, but there are loads of reports out today in the last 24 hours, all about Sergio Aguero possibly joining Tottenham Hotspur Football Club this summer. This one is from the Daily Express, and it states that Sergio Aguero willing to join Tottenham as conditions for next transfer set. Tottenham are reportedly surprised outsiders to sign Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero upon the expiry of his contract. Sergio Aguero is reportedly willing to join Tottenham this summer, even if they fail to qualify for the Champions League next season. The Manchester City frontman is out of contract at the end of the season, when he will end his 11-year stay at the Etihad Stadium as he looks to sign off with his 5th Premier League title amid dreams of his first ever Champions League trophy. Later on in the report, it states that according to the Daily Telegraph, Aguero's preference would be to stay in the Premier League as he targets the all-time goalscorer record currently held by Alan Shearer with 260 goals. Aguero currently has 181 goals to his name and is 4th behind Newcastle legend Shearer, Wayne Rooney with 208 and Andy Cole with 187. The report also adds that the former Atletico Madrid man would be interested in joining Tottenham Hotspur regardless of whether they qualify for the Champions League or not. Spurs are one of several clubs in contention for the top 4, but Jose Mourinho's side were recently dumped out of the Europa League following an embarrassing collapse against Dynamo Zagreb. Later on in this report from the Daily Express, it says that Aguero's current salary is £230,000 a week, and it then goes on to say it is still unclear who will be in charge of Tottenham Hotspur next season, with Jose Mourinho currently fighting to save his job. 7 years ago today, Tottenham striker Harry Kane scored his first goal for Spurs in the Premier League in a 5-1 win at White Hart Lane against Sunderland. Adebayor got 2 goals, Christian Eriksen got 1 and Sigurdsson got the other. And Harry Kane has now scored 162 Premier League goals for Spurs in those 7 years. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, come on you Spurs.